Alright, so we've got another big Switch eShop sale to check out. On this one, it's packed with some deeper cuts. You know, a few of those games I don't always get to spotlight, but they definitely deserve it. As always, I'm going to be covering then the US, Canada, UK, Europe, and Australia. Now, a quick warning about this one. I actually had to record it a few days in advance because I'm away with family. So if I've missed a couple of obvious deals, that's going to be why. But do not worry, we've still got a great mix of games in here, including some personal favourites. I'll also then be announcing 2 winners later in the video for 2 $10 eShop gift cards, and I've also got 2 more to give away. To enter, just drop a comment down below. I'll announce the winners next Saturday. Finally, if you do enjoy this kind of content, as well as reviews, previews, lists, all that good stuff, hit subscribe, turn on notifications. It helps out the channel a huge amount. Alright, now let's get into it. Untitled Goose game is 50% off, matching the low price, and I still think this one's a modern classic. Now you play as a goose let loose in a quiet English village. Your only mission, really, to ruin everyone's day. It's basically a stealth game wearing a slapstick disguise. You're sneaking around gardens, stealing keys, honking at just the wrong moment. The magic here is in how reactive it feels. Villagers adjust their routines, they chase you down, and slowly they'll lose their minds. Then there's the free update, that added co-op, 2 geese instead of 1. It just completely changes the flow, and the chaos that comes with it, brilliant. So yeah, this one, still one of the most inventive, charming, and laugh out loud funny indies out there. Also, at half price, I think it's a must-own for anyone who missed it. Celeste is 75% off, and while it's been a touch cheaper before, I think it's an absolute steal still. Now you play as a character climbing a mountain, but the real story is about the mental struggle that climb represents. Think anxiety, fear, perseverance. It's heartfelt and quietly powerful, and it's told through small moments that stick with you. Now gameplay-wise, it's precision platforming perfection. You'll die thousands of times, but each retry feels instant, and every stage is just designed to teach you something new. And there is so much hidden content here as well. B-sides, secret strawberries, even an assist mode so anyone can experience it. The pixel art then, simple but expressive, the soundtrack, incredible, and the pacing, spot on. So yeah, Celeste isn't just tough, it's meaningful. It's one of the few games that genuinely earns that reputation. Darkwood is 75% off and matching the low price, and with Halloween just around the corner, perfect timing. Now you wake up lost in a strange, rotting forest, and every day it becomes a cycle of exploring, scavenging, and just preparing for night, because when darkness falls, the real horror begins. Here though, you'll build up barricades, craft traps, pray you can hold out until morning, and it's all then top down, but somehow, honestly, I find it more terrifying than most first-person horror. The lighting, the sound design, even the way things just move at the edge of your vision, it just all comes together to be incredibly unsettling. The story then, it's fragmented and mysterious, it's pieced together through strange encounters. So yeah, this one, it's the kind of game that lingers with you, and at this price I think it's easily a game to pick up. Basically, it's one of the best horror experiences on Switch. Thank goodness You're Here is 30% off, matching the low price, and this one's an absolute gem. It's the most British game I have played in years, and that is entirely the point. You'll arrive in a small northern town just before a festival, but within minutes everything goes wrong. Now here, expect to run silly errands, mess with the locals, and slowly realize the whole place is just unhinged. The humor's dry, it's awkward, it's constantly self-aware. Think of it like a playable sketch show that just keeps on finding these new, inventive ways to make you laugh. It's never cheap about it, it puts in some real effort. Visually then, it's comic book-esque, it's colourful, it's exaggerated, it's an animated experience. And the performances, they sell every weird line. Then I will warn with this one, it's definitely short, but I think it's just packed with so much personality and so much heart, it's well worth it. So yeah, I went in kind of expecting a quick distraction, but it turned into one of my favourite releases of last year. And the Magnolia Bloom in the Mist is 35% off, matching the low price now. It's not quite as strong as the original, but it's still a seriously impressive follow-up. Now you play as a young girl who awakens with no memory in a ruined world that's blanketed by the mist. And you set out to uncover what happened. Expect though to meet tragic spirits and piece together the fall of this broken land. Gameplay then blends combat and exploration beautifully. It's a side-scrolling action game with Metroidvania DNA, but on top of this, it mixes in magic, spirit abilities, and beautiful platforming. So yeah, I'd say it's bigger and more ambitious than the first game, but sometimes that scope just makes it a little uneven. That's kind of the criticism here. But even so, it looks stunning, the music is gorgeous, and the emotional tone, it hits actually really hard. So yeah, it doesn't top the original again, but it easily ranks amongst the best in the genre on Switch. Children of Morta is 85% off at a new low price. That is an unbelievable deal for one of the most heartfelt action RPGs on the system. Now you follow the Bergson family, guardians of Mount Morta. They're fighting to push back the spreading corruption that threatens this world. What sets it apart though is that the family itself is the story. Each character you unlock has their own strengths, their own abilities, their own emotional arc, and you'll watch them grow together as this world just crumbles. Combat then, fast, responsive, it's packed with variety because of all of the different characters. And yeah, the narration, the pixel art, it's got this real sense of tragedy. It's part dungeon crawler, part family drama, part all-out war, and somehow it all works. I've played through it multiple times now over the years, and it still holds up. At this discount, it's a no-brainer. Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection Volumes 1 and 2, they're both 68% off, individually that is, but together, that is the cheapest this full collection has ever been. Even the bundle hasn't dropped this low. Now across the 2 volumes then, you're getting all 10 Battle Network games. That is a full slice of Mega Man history. And you play as Lan and his digital counterpart, Mega Man. You'll be exploring both the real world and the digital net. You'll be solving mysteries, battling viruses, and building out these custom decks of battle chips. Basically, you use those in the grid-based combat, and the combat here, incredible. So think of this one as half RPG, half strategy, and yeah, a ton of charm on top of that. The collection then also adds in online battles, chip trading, a music player, and art galleries. So it's definitely more than just a repackaging. The early games then, yeah, they show their age a little bit, but the series as a whole just feels incredible. And for fans of like classic handheld RPGs, this is an incredible deal. It's also one that just makes me really hope we see this series return. ElecHead is 50% off a new low price, and this is one of those clever little indies that really reminds you how creative game design can be. Now you play as a small robot in a world that is powered entirely by electricity. And your head here is, well yeah, it's the key to solving everything. Platforming, puzzles, I mean everything. So yeah, think throwing it to activate circuits, using it to climb walls, bridging connections to reach new areas. The rules are simple, but the game keeps finding these new ways to kind of twist them, and it also doesn't outstay its welcome. There's no dialogue, no exposition, just pure kind of puzzle platforming that feels really rewarding from start to finish. So yeah, I think it's smart. It's also a game that I think is perfectly designed for handheld. So look, if you love games that feel like one continuous, yes, I just got it kind of moment, this one's a must-own at this price. Onimusha 1 and 2 pack is 26% off, a new low price, and if you missed these before, now is the perfect time. These are Capcom classics. They blend samurai swordplay with the setup of Resident Evil. That's what they originally were. They were going to be Resident Evil experiences. But come here to fight demons, solve puzzles, explore moody kind of pre-rendered environments that are packed with personality. The first game, definitely more traditional. It's focused on a castle setting and cinematic action. The second expands things with multiple playable characters and definitely more ambitious storytelling. Both then have been cleaned up beautifully for Switch. Smoother frame rates, sharper visuals, fantastic controls. And yeah, they run flawlessly and they still look fantastic today. So if you want a taste of early 2000s Capcom at its very best in my opinion, this bundle, the way to do it. Our 2 winners of the week then are on screen right now. Congrats both, email me for the codes, and everyone else, drop a comment down below for your chance in next Saturday's video. Project Warlock then is our final game. It's 85% off, a new low price, and that's an incredible deal for what's basically a love letter to classic shooters. So think Doom and Wolfenstein. It's all just been kind of mashed together. It's fast, it's punchy, it's completely over the top. Now you play as a Warlock blasting through monster-filled arenas, and you've just got this ridiculous arsenal of weapons and spells. It's also full of secrets, power-ups and labyrinth-style levels. It's going to actually reward exploration. The visuals then, I think they hit that perfect kind of retro sweet spot, chunky pixel art, lots of gore. It's real good stuff. And the gameplay, nice and smooth. So basically, it's old school in all the best ways. It's straightforward, it's addictive, it's endlessly replayable. So if you grew up on 90s shooters or just miss that kind of raw energy, don't miss it. And that is the video down. What are you picking up from this sale? Let me know in the comments. Always like seeing what everyone's checking out. Don't forget then as well, 2 winners for those 2 $10 eShop gift cards. They'll be announced next Saturday, so drop a comment down below. And finally, if you enjoyed this one, hit subscribe, turn on notifications. It helps out the channel a huge amount. All right, I'll see you on the next one. Cheers all.